4, starting brand new unit 4, scientific notation. All right, like I said, you guys have had some of this in the past, so today's lesson shouldn't be that hard. All right, things that you're going to be able to do. I can write an estimation of a large quantity by expressing it as a product of a single-digit number and a positive power of 10. If it's a positive power of 10, what did we talk about? It's going to be what kind of number? If it's a positive exponent on the 10, it'll be what kind of a number? An integer, yep. It'll be a whole number, a big number. If it is expressing smaller quantity and you have a negative power, what kind of a number will that represent? Yep, a decimal. Good job. All right, write that down, please. Power of 10. The base 10 taken to a power or an exponent that is an integer. Integers all whole numbers and they're, yes, they're opposites. This is a very useful way to write very large or very small numbers. You see it in your science textbook a lot, like when we're talking about distances from Earth to the sun or that sort of thing, and metric system, working in that. All right, let's complete the table. What is 10 to the 4th power? Now this takes us right to our unit 3, what we were just tested on. 10 to the 4th power equals what? It's a 1 with how many zeros? 4. 2, 3, 4. And I want you to use commas. All right, because we're going to be working with a lot of zeros, so make sure you use your commas. 10 to the 3rd power equals 1,000. 10 to the 2nd power, a 1, 2 zeros, 100. 10 to the 1st power, a 1, with 1 0, you get 10. And what did we just learn last unit? 1. Nice. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Take a 1, put 0 zeros there. You get 1. Now we learned this. 10 to the negative 1, what's its reciprocal? What did we learn last unit? That equals 1 over 10, or 10 to the 1, either one. So as a fraction, this is going to be 1 over 10, or 1/10. How do you write that as a decimal? 0.1. Or you could write just 0.1. I'd accept either one. That's 1/10. So what is 10 to the negative 2 as a fraction? 1 over 10 to the 2, which equals 1 over 100. So 100. 0.0, how many zeros? 0. 10th, 100th. We need 1 0. It's 2 places behind the decimal. All right, negative 3. So we have 1 over 1,000. So 0.001. Tens, hundreds, thousands. 1,000. 1 over 10,000 is 10 to the negative 4, which equals 0.0001. 10, 100,000, 10,000. 1/10,000. Questions on those? All right, let's practice. Oh, couple vocab first. Scientific notation. All right? Scientific notation is a number written in the form C times 10 to the nth power, where this letter C has to be greater than or equal to 1, but it has to be less than 10. So some examples, you could have 1 times 10 to the 3rd power. That's written in scientific notation. 9.9, that's a number that's between 1 and 10, greater than 1, less than 10. Times 10 to the maybe negative 3 power. Right? So you have examples there, 1 to a positive power, 1 to a negative power. What do I know about this positive one? It's going to be what kind of a number? Was that it? What kind of a number? Nope, if it's negative, we're going to have a decimal number. What if we were to work it out? We'd have a whole number. Yep. Or a positive number, I should say. greater than. When you're talking standard form, that's what we were just talking about. If you were to write these out, that's just, you write them the number normally using your digits and your place value. All right? So for example, this would be written in scientific notation. What would it look like in standard form? 1 times 10 to the third power. 1, 2, 3. That would be written out as 1,000. That's what it looks like in standard form. What does this one look like in standard form? You would move it 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to have 0.0099. That's what that would look like in standard form. So get those examples added in there as well. Now let's practice. Write each number in standard form, so let's write it normal. Well, first of all, did they do these all right in scientific notation? Are all the numbers that are times 10, are they all between 1 and 10? 5.2. Does that work? How about 6.714? Yep, because it's in between 1 and 10. It can be 1, it can be equal to 1. How about this one, 3? Is that between 1 and 10? And 3.02. Yep. So these are all good examples. They've done them correctly because they're all between 1 and 10. Greater than or equal to 1, less than 10. All right, let's practice. So we have 5.2 times 10 to the 4th power. So that means we take our decimal and we move it to the what? If we're multiplying by 10 to the 4th power, multiplying, it's a positive. We want to make a bigger number, right? Because we're multiplying it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I put here?
0.
So I move my decimal 4 places like my exponent says. 1, 2, 3, 4. My new number, 52000, with commas because we're going to be working with a lot of zeros. 1, 2, 3, comma. What number does that represent? Say it out loud. Yep. So this is written in what kind of form? Scientific, and we turned it into standard form. So these two are what? Greater than, less than, or equal to each other? They are equal to each other. This is exactly the same as this. All right, try B. Hold up your answers on your whiteboard. 6.714 times 10 to the 6th power. Hold up your answer, see what you get. All right, we had to move positive 6. We had to move it to the right to make a bigger number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add 3 zeros. 6, 7, 1, 4, 3 zeros. Make sure you added your commas. 6,714,000. All right, let's try C. 3 times 10 to the 2nd. Nice, you guys all have it already up. It is 300, because our decimal is right here. So you move it to the right twice. Boing, boing. Boing, boing. Add 2 zeros, you got 300. How about D? Let's see what you got. Look at you guys are rocking it. 3.02. How many times did you move the decimal?
9.
How many?
9.
9 to the, which way? It's a positive number. Move it to the right to make a bigger number. There's 2. 9 minus 2, 7. So I'm going to have to add 7 more zeros here. Wowza. So 3, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did you have the right amount? 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. Is that correct?
Yep.
So we have 3 what?
Yep. 3 billion.
Yep, 3 billion what?
20 million.
Yep, 3 billion, 20 million. Ah, to win that lottery. Wouldn't that be sweet? Okay, so the pattern, what did you recognize with that pattern? What did we notice? If it was a positive exponent, we did what?
Move to the right.
Yep, we moved it to the right and made a
Positive number.
positive bigger number. Okay, let's practice it backwards. Now, we have negative exponents. Do all of our numbers here in the scientific notation, are they all greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10? Are they all correct? Yes or no? How about letter B? Can we do that one? That's just a 1 by itself. Can we use that one? Yep, because it is equal to. 1 has to be greater than or equal to 1. All right, let me see what you get for 9.16. Which way are you going to go? All right, we have the decimal right here, but it is a negative exponent, -5. So I'm going to make a smaller number. So I have to move that to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 more zeros. 0.0000. You needed to have 4 zeros. 916. That's what you had to have. How about, can I leave it like this and can I have it left with my decimal there too? You would get it counted wrong. The new decimal is where it has to be right there. How about C? 2.005. Which way do I move my decimal?
Left.
To the left? How many?
4.
It's a -2, so I move my decimal to the left 2 times. So 0.02, do I stop there? I forgot B, we'll come back to that in a minute. That's why I was like wondering why you guys had different answers, that was my fault. How about this one? Let's finish this one, then we'll go to B. Do I have to write 0.005 or can I just put it here, 0.02 and leave it?
No, 0.005.
Yep, I have to have the 5. But if this 5 wasn't there, okay, now this is going to come into play later. If this 5 wasn't there, then we want to get rid of all the zeros if possible. But I couldn't here because of this 5. All right, now let's go back to B. Sorry about that, I skipped that. 1 to the -4 power. Nice. I'm seeing all the correct answers. Yep. Yes, excellent. Because where's my decimal? It's right here. Move it to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0.0001. What if I wrote it like this though? 0.0001. Is that the same? Yes. All right, D. What do you get for D? Oh, my eyes are going to be crossed. On your boards, make a number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or whatever, circle it so I know how many zeros you have in front of it there. 7.9. And I have to move it 7 times to the left. How many zeros?
6.
Yes, I'm seeing it. Nice job. 6 zeros because I count this one. 1 and then 6 zeros. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, 7, 9. Whew, there we go. All right. Your question?
Do we automatically take it by 10?
Yep. Good question. So now, where would I put this? I'm going to write this bigger. 6,072. Where would I, right now my decimal's here. Where would I have to move that decimal to make a number that is greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10? Izzy, where would you want me to put it? Magically put it where? Where should I move that decimal? To make a number that's greater than 1, less than 10. Okay, and whereabouts? Here? Between the what and the what?
That's 6 and a 0.
You got it. Right there is where she wants it. So that makes 6.072. Is that number between 1 and 10? Yep. So far we're right. We're done so far. Times 10 to the, how many times did we move it? 1, 2, 3. Now, we moved it to the left, so don't think it's a -3, because look at your original numbers. Standard form is a bigger number on the number line, bigger than 1, so we're going to have a positive exponent, all right? All these are going to be positive exponents because they're all whole numbers, all right? They're not less than 1. If they're less than 1, then you have a negative exponent. We'll practice those next. All right, what do you get for B? Hold up your answer there. So I'm seeing on your whiteboard, you put your decimal right here after the 1. So we're going to have 1 point. Do I have to have these zeros in there? Yes, because of this 4 at the end. All right? So 1.0004 times 10 to the, how many times did we move in? 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 4th power. All right? Where do I want to put my decimal here? Between the what? Between the, between the 3 and the 8. So I made the number 3.8. Do I need to write all those zeros? No, I don't, because there's not another number at the end. So it's just 3.8 times 10 to the, how many times did we move it in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had to move it in 8 times. 3.8 times 10 to the 8th. How about D? Where do I put my decimal here?
Between 3 and 2.
Yep, right here. So I make 3.2. Do I need that zero? No, because it's at the end. There's not another number behind it. Times 10 to the what power? 2nd power, because I moved it in twice. 1, 2. Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay. And the last part. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're not going to do the positive exponents. We're going to do the negative exponents. Notice these are all decimal, less than 1, decimal numbers. Where would I have to move this decimal to make a number greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10?
Between the 1 and 5.
Yep, right here between the 1 and the 5. So I have 1.5 times 10 to the, how many times did we move it? 1, 2, 3, 4, but
Negative 4.
right, it's a negative 4 because this is a decimal number. If it was 1.0015, then what would it be? Confusing you. That wasn't nice. B, what do you get? Where should I move it? What do you want it? Between the? Yep, between the 8 and the 2 times 10 to the what power? Negative 1, because we moved it in once. All right, what do I get here? What's my number between 1 and 10 that I'm going to make?
1 over.
What am I going to get? 1 over, did I hear? So 7.002, like that?
Yeah.
You are so correct.
Times
10 to the
negative
-1. We only had to move that one once as well. Woo, look at this one. This one looks fun. Where do I have to move that one?
25 and 6. 5 and 6.
Between the 5 and the 6. So 0.56, just like that. Am I done?
7.
Right, I can't forget the 7. 5.67 times 10 to the,
Negative 6.
is it negative 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are right, negative 6th power. All right, I'm going to hand you out your worksheet packet, pages 1 and 2, due tomorrow.